Hi guys, it's Deb. Deb's Cool Finds. Let me make this little left turn here. As you can see, I'm in my car.
Continue for 3
So
miles.
we're gonna do a little drive-in talk. See if I can get you a little better on there. How's that? Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful day. Sun shining. Yeah, it's supposed to be 77 or something today, so that's nice, even though I don't get to see the weather because I'm working. But it's nice to know it's out there. Miss Bella is the same. So, yeah, I'm just kind of spoiling her with different foods to get her pills down. I hate sticking them down her throat. Do you ever have to do that? It's just so gross, and she don't like it. I don't like it. It's just horrible, but she needs her pills. So, last night, I stopped on the way home at Kroger, and I went to their, it's their kind of like deli section or whatever, where they have like pre-made kind of stuff. So I got a couple wraps for myself. I got everything that was like on markdown, because you have to eat it the next day or two. So I saved some money, which yay. Then I can spend it on Temu, right? But anyway, or Temu. So when I was there, I was just getting some stuff. So I got her some of the a little container of the rotisserie chicken. And then I got this like little pasta salad for myself. And then in a minute I'll tell you why. But then I felt like I just needed emotionally a dessert. So I got a little what was it? Cookies and cream cheesecake. It's delicious. But anyway, so when I came home, and I got her couple hard-boiled eggs, because I thought she could eat the whites. The doctor said she could eat the whites of them, so I was trying to be good. But so when I got home, she ate a couple little bites of the egg, and then she's like, nope, done with that. And then she ate some of the chicken, so yay, she got some food down her. Got her, now it was time to do her pill. And I'd already put the one in water, so I had to give her the shoot that down her throat. So that was uncomfortable for her and me. But we got that pill down. But the other one, she came over, she was laying on the couch, and then when I opened up the cheesecake, all of a sudden there was little Bella near me. Well, it wasn't all of a sudden, she's slow now, but there she was, just staring up at me with them sad little puppy dog eyes. And so I thought, wait a minute, I got an idea. So I took a little piece of the cheesecake, just the tiniest one, and I put the pill in the middle of it, the last pill, and she just devoured it. And I was like, yes! So she got a little treat, and she got her pill down without knowing it. So that was good, without me having to shove it down her throat. So that was lovely. Yeah. So, then this morning I thought, well, I'll try. I had a couple more noodles from the pasta salad. I had more chicken. I got one of the pills down her with the piece of chicken, but the other one, she just kept spitting it out. So I had to put that down her throat, so poor baby. And then she ate a little bit more chicken, and then she stopped, because I was just handing it to her, and she stopped. And then I took a couple more pieces and kind of shredded them up and put it in her little food bowl, put it on the bed with her. And then I went and did my coffee drink, and when I came back, she had eaten it all. So yay, she ate. That's good, but everything else is still kind of the same. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, that's my Bella update. I know a lot of you like to hear about Miss Bella, and she's still excited when I come home, and that kind of stuff. So the girl's still in there. But yeah, that's that. And then you want to hear about my drama, not trauma? My drama, not trauma. Okay, so I just realized I'm actually feeling a little better this morning physically. Like whatever this gunk is that I have actually feels a little better. So yay, good. But yesterday I was feeling cruddy, physically just kind of cruddy. I had this sense of dread kind of thing going on. So I didn't know what that was about, but I was trying to fight my way out of it. Then I had one of the guys from Houston was in town yesterday and the day before, working with my coworkers. That's their boss. not mine. Excuse me. And but I got to speak to him for a while, and we had a great talk. So that was really nice, and he helped me figure out a couple things that I needed just defined. So it was a good outcome to that conversation. So I really liked that. So I was feeling good, and then they nicely invited me to lunch with them because they're like a department. There's 2 of them at my office, and then there's a whole bunch in Houston. And then he's their boss, but the 2 of them and the boss invited me to lunch with them, so that was really nice. We had a good lunch. The hat, oh my gosh, is the name of it? I thought it was I'd never seen Hat Creek. Was it Hat Creek? I think something like that. My co-worker and I had gone there once before, and then I went there once on my own and got something to bring back to work. But it's like burgers and fries and stuff, and it's a cute little place. It's got a really cute little playground outside of it, so a lot of kids were there with their parents. It was neat. And I had I like the names of their burgers. They have a multitude, but the 3 I like the names of is I think it's the tiny hat is for on the kids menu, and then the little hat is just a single burger, and then you got the big hat, which is like a double burger. That's kind of cute. And then one of their sauces, I think it's like sweet and spicy or sweet and something. I like that one. I like to dip my fries in that one. So, and we ate outside on a table, so it was nice. We got to be outside in the air. It was a little chilly, but not, I was comfortable. One of my coworkers was freezing, so we put her in the sun. But yeah, so that was nice. So I was having, a halfway good day. And then my phone rings, and it's my youngest brother who, doesn't call me. And just because we don't do that much. But anyway, call me, and he's like,
in a quarter mile,
I'm like, oh crap.
after Jack in the Box on the left.
Yes, ma'am. So I like how she tells you, like, turn left by Jack in the Box, not the street name. That's kind of funny. Anyway, so I get the call, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I just want to let you know that Mom is missing. And I'm like,
turn left onto West
what?
Beasley Road.
So if you're not a subscriber or a frequent watcher, you might not know. So I'll reiterate a little, but sorry for the repeat. But my dad is 90, and he's doing pretty well. He's had pneumonia recently and the flu, but basically he's doing pretty dang good for 90. Still driving, still walking around, still everything, right? My mom is healthy more physically, other than she's got like one knee that bothers her. But basically,
continue for 8 miles.
Other issues, but nothing drastic wrong physically. But mentally, memory, she's been kind of slipping a lot. And I'm worried about her. And luckily, they got into a neurologist, and they've got her on a new medication. So hopefully that'll help her. But so she has a hard time with, recent occurrences. Like she kept asking me how my work, was going in Houston. I couldn't commute to work from Dallas to Houston every day. So yeah, that connection kind of thing isn't working as well, and all this kind of stuff. So we've been real worried about her. My dad's been really sweet to her while she's going through all this, but she messes up her pills. And when we were on vacation on a cruise, she just, out of her routine, I guess, she was just having a lot of difficulties, and I just noticed it much more. So, okay. So when he says your mom is missing, you're like, oh my gosh, will she remember how to get home, whatever. So what happened, I guess, was her and my dad got in a little spat, and she got mad at my dad, and she gets mad at him very easily now, because, like, she kind of thinks that he's not telling her things or not helping her when she has memory difficulty, like a word she can't get out or something, and he's not, but it's all in whatever the illness is, right? It's all part of that. So she gets mad at little things, and that she normally would never get upset about, but because of her memory situation, yes, these things get very bothersome to her and make her upset. Plus, just, I'm sure, putting myself in someone else's shoes, I am sure that if that were me, and I knew that my memory was having issues and this stuff was going on, I would be scared to death. And part of that would probably come out in, you know, some angry moments. So I completely understand that. And he's trying so hard. So anyway, so they had a spat or whatever. She got mad and she just stormed out of the house. Now, I personally think sorry people. I'm so sorry. I blocked sorry. They kind of blocked the intersection. They were letting people turn. I'm going to get out of the way. Now you guys can do it. Okay, so traffic ahead of me. There's a lane closure up ahead, so yay. Me personally, if I was the one, because she lives with my brother who I don't get along with, and his wife and their 3 kids, and my dad, but they all just let her storm out of the house, I guess, and nobody followed after her. And then when she didn't come back, they were like, let's try calling her. But my mom was really bad with her phone and left her phone in her purse there. So they thought she had left without her purse, without her phone. Now, how do you find her, right? She didn't take the car. She just walked. She's got a bad knee. Where the heck can she go? They live probably, I don't know, half a mile to a mile away from the nearest store. And so they were searching stores, and I'm thinking, how could she possibly get that far, you know, with her knee and everything? And I'm getting scared. And I'm wanting to call the police, you know, put out a silver alert, whatever. My brother doesn't want to do that, I guess. I'm hearing through my other brother that the one they live with didn't want to do that because he was afraid social services would get involved and whatever. And I'm like, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Anyway, so my brother and I kind of work. I don't know exactly where he works, but he asked me where I worked because he said something about it would take me forever to get there, and I run the whole building, so I'd have to shut everything down and leave, you know, and it would take me a long time to get there, but I'm gonna do that. And he's like, what about you? And I said, well, I'm gonna leave right now and try and go search for her, but it's gonna take me an hour. And then he's like, well, why? Where do you work? And I told him, and he's like, oh, I work near there. So we were both at least an hour away, and we were both still working. This was at 5 something yesterday, and I get off at 6, and I guess he does too. So I left work, told my coworker, my mom's missing, gotta go, bye. I just walked out. And then on the way, my other brother from Florida calls, and he's like, do you know? And I'm like, yeah, mom's missing. And he's like, what the heck's going on? And he's like, you can't blame our other brother. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I kind of do. But I'm also very scared and everything, so I don't know. But, you know, if you want to be responsible, then be responsible, whatever. Maybe that's wrong with me. I don't know. I'll have to think through those feelings. But that was just my initial thing. But so he's like, I feel so helpless. It's like, you know, in Florida, whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I'm on my way. I'll let you know, whatever. And he hangs up. So I get about half an hour or more away from work, and my Florida brother calls me again in my car, and he's like, they found mom. I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh, my God. And so I'm having all these visions in my head, right? Yeah, this is horrible things happening, because that's just how my brain works. So she was found. Amazingly, she had walked all the way to Kroger, which is really far, had shopped, and they found her walking back from Kroger carrying a grocery bag. And then when they talked to her, she's like, yeah, I left that other purse at home, but I have this purse. So she had a purse, but she didn't have her phone. That was at the house. But she had a little purse, and so she had gone shopping. She said, I was mad, and I left, and I needed some things at the store, so I went shopping. And all she had in the bag was a container of paper plates and Kleenex. So, yeah. But anyway, and she was like, I walked all that way, and my knee, it's not hurting that bad. And I thought, that's because you probably need to walk more and get that knee more, you know, lubricated up. But anyway, thank God. she was found. And then when she found out how upset everybody was, she got all upset. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And then I'm sure my dad, who was driving around, I don't know why they'd let him do this, but he was driving around by himself looking for her. I'm sure he was hysterical. So, a trauma averted, just drama. Man, it's scary. So, yeah. But she's home. She's fine. Now, my brother in Florida is trying to convince them to move and live with him. The brother they live with now has 3 kids, and they're little, and they constantly, as kids do, bring home illness after illness from school, right? As soon as your kids start school, all the illnesses start. So my parents get sick all the time. I mean, they had COVID multiple times from the kids. Like I said, my dad had pneumonia, then they had strep, they got the flu a couple times already. It's just crazy, and at their ages, it's a bigger deal, right? I mean, with the flu, my dad ended up in the emergency room. He could barely breathe. They had to give him, I've had one forever for my breathing issues, but they finally gave him a nebulizer so he could have that breathing. If you don't know, you put like liquid albuterol, which is a steroid, in this machine, and then you hold it in your mouth and you breathe in the steam that it makes from this, or mist it makes. It's not hot, it's mist. And it just opens up your bronchial tubes and everything. There, my head goes stuffy again. And, just helps you breathe. And I have to use that when my breathing gets bad. And so I was so glad he finally got one, because I couldn't believe I hadn't given him one already. So we got that. Oh, get out of this lane. There's a bus ahead of you. Buses take forever. It's a city bus. So I want to be behind a bus in this lane. Okay. So it's real hard on them. Plus, my brother has a 2-story house, and instead of giving my parents the room downstairs, he gave them the one upstairs, so they have to climb the stairs all the time. And he took the carpet off the stairs, so they're wood stairs, so when they fall, it's, it hurts more. And they have fallen. And yeah, and he's just mean. We don't get along, but even my other brothers know some of the stuff he does is just wrong. But anyway, so the brother in Florida, my dad gets along with him. He's the eldest brother. I'm the oldest, and then comes this brother. And my dad and him, like me and my dad, they golf, and they have just more to talk about and everything. So my brother and dad get along great. And my brother's getting closer to retiring. Now me, I can't afford to, so I'm gonna work as long as I can to get the most Social Security money, because it's just me. But his wife is older than him, so she's already she retired. She's taking her retirement money, but she's also working part-time or whatever. So however they work that out, so she's already done that. And then my brother wants to retire too soon, so that would be great for them. They'd have somebody there. It's a 1-story house. He said he has 3 bedrooms. He said he's already cleaned out another lane closure. Yay, construction. He's already cleaned out the 2 bedrooms, because when you have extra rooms, you just somehow fill them up with stuff. So he's like, I already put it in storage, and he's like, I made one into a bedroom for them, and then he's already furnished everything. And he said, and then the other one, excuse me, I made into like a lounge area for them, because he has these dogs. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Not a lot of people have heard of these dogs. They're called Mikis. They're teeny tiny little dogs, like 5 pounds, 4 pounds, whatever, the tiny little things. And they breed them. I hate breeding dogs, but anyway, they breed them, and they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to like put them in shows, dog shows and stuff, and they had a website that was promoting this breed, and trying to get it accepted with the AKC and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, they got a few of them in their home. And so they're tiny little things, and so, trip hazards, or my mom is not a dog lover or animal lover, and so he's like, I know mom wouldn't want them like climbing on her bed and everything, so I got doggy gates, and then that's why I made them the bedroom into like a little lounge. But you know, if they don't mind the dogs, then yeah, they're welcome in the living room with us to watch TV, whatever we're doing. And she doesn't feel comfortable doing that at the home she's currently in, so they just stay in their room all the time. Not healthy, right? And then the Florida brother with no children would also have the ability to, you know, take them to dinner or take them to tourist attractions or, you know, whatever, because you don't have that, you know, we all haven't, but the ones of us who have had younger, you know, children, and remember, it's a bigger deal to go someplace when you gotta take the kids and get all their stuff ready and and then when you're out with them, it's a bigger, you know, it's just easier to go and do adult stuff without the kids around sometimes, you know. So so you can do things more at a drop of a hat than you can when you have children. I remember quite well. But so I just think it would be great for them. Now, my heart would break because it's not great for me, because I couldn't see them very often at all because, you know, affording going there, and I don't work at home anymore, so I couldn't like go there and work, and yeah, it would be hard. And then it would be hard as they continue to get older, as we all are, for them to make that trip, you know. And so yeah, I wouldn't see them very much at all, and that would be really hard. But I have to think of what's better for them. Just like I have to think of making that decision for Bella when it comes time for what's better for her, and put my stuff to the back. But yeah, and this brother, since we moved here 20 years ago, he stayed in Chicago, and then eventually they moved to Florida. So in the last 20 years, he hasn't seen my parents very much. So he needs, you know, some time with them too. So I understand, and I've been encouraging them, and my dad's really into it. My mom is getting more into the idea. Only trouble they have is doctors. You know, again, they like their doctors. They have great doctors. They won't have those same doctors. You know, that's a harder part, is finding those physicians. But we can all help with that and get recommendations from the doctors they do like, or whatever. We'll figure it out. But that's the thing that's kind of having them a little stuck in the mud. Plus, leaving the grandkids. I think my dad could do that quite easily, where my mom has a more difficult time doing that. So yeah, that's that situation. So he was all excited. Oh, what else did he do? He made up the bedroom. He made up a separate little living area, whatever, for them, or they, you know, my dad likes having a desk, and he likes doing his little stock stuff and his Excel sheets and everything. So they, you know, he could have that in there and be away from, you know, everybody and do his little thing. But yeah, I think that'd be great for them. They'd be closer to the ocean. He's like 5 minutes or something. No, he's farther. 15 minutes or something from the ocean. So I told my mom, you'd love that. And she's like, what am I going to do at the ocean? She was in one of those moods. And I was just like, Mom, you love the ocean. Anyway, so there's that. And then he also put in an alarm system. He put it on every door and window. And he's like, so if, you know, one of them opens the door and tries to leave at like a weird hour or something, well, the alarm will go off, and then we can at least just check on him and be like, wait, oh, you're leaving? Oh, okay, cool. Or if this instance, like with my mom, were to happen, then, you know, they'd be able to get her. Why the other brother doesn't do that, I don't know, because he does have an alarm system, and that's good with the kids too, you know, like, who just opened the door, you know, kind of thing. Even if it doesn't do the alarm, you know how when you open the door, it'll say, like mine says, you know, front door open, and it announces that in the house, and then, you know, window open or something. I mean, that even if you just did that, you'd be like, what do you mean the door's open? Who just left? And then just verify it. Not like you're keeping track of them, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're going to the store, cool, bye, you know, or, oh, hey, where's mom going, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, I was like, let's put a what is it called in my dog? Let's put a chip in her. Let's put a put a tracker on her, so we can find her. But yeah, but anyway, so I think it would be a really good situation for them. My brother even said he would fly here and load up my dad's truck with, You know, basically all they need are their personal items, clothing, whatever picture, whatever else they want to take. They don't need any of the furniture or anything. All they have is bedroom furniture anyway, which they have had since the day they were married. They're going to be married 65 years. That's how old that dang furniture is. Unbelievable. It's that solid wood. It's black lacquer. You know, I mean, it needs a lot of help. Not structurally, but aesthetically. You know, the chips and different things in the wood. But yeah, heavy furniture. But it's, you know, the old 2 nightstands, the bed frame, the long dresser, and then the tall dresser. And it's weird when she went to try, and at one point when we lived here a few years already, she's like, I want to get rid of that furniture. It's so heavy, and I just don't want it anymore. I want something different. And when she went to furniture stores, I don't know if it does it everywhere, but all I can say is my experience here, because that's where I am. They sell a bedroom set as a bed frame, 1 nightstand, and 1 dresser. And she's like, what? I mean, I want 2 nightstands and I want the 2 dressers. Why don't they say dressers? That's an iffy one, you know. Okay, maybe, but why 1 nightstand? That's just so strange to me and to her. So she never did buy anything. So they still have that furniture. So it'd be a nice change for them. He got them a new set there. So yeah, all they'd have to take is, like I said, you know, their beds, their personal items, their shoes, clothes, pictures, whatever they need, and off they would go. And that would all fit in the back of my dad's pickup truck, which he's proudly showed me he got a new cover for. So yeah, he's ready to go. It's just, you know, pulling that switch, just doing it, you know. But yeah, but the brother here, I'm sure won't like it, because my parents spend a lot of money on household items, and my dad's even like, we buy him so much stuff, he's gonna miss all our money. My mom's like, but we use all that stuff. I'm like, Mom, you do not use Costco size toilet paper, you do not use Costco size paper towels. That's for the whole entire house you buy. They were buying diapers for the kids, they were buying them winter coats because they didn't have any winter coats. Like, what? Just stuff like that. And I'm like, that's gotta stop, you know. It's, come on, they have very limited funds. Let them enjoy their limited funds. Let them take little trips or go out to eat a fancy dinner or whatever. They should be able to do. So that would change if they moved in with this other brother. They'd be able to, you know, he's not gonna allow that. So he's just gonna be like fronting everything. I know him, so he's so honest. I have to admit, I did commit a crime when we were young. It was back in Chicago. I wasn't young. I had kids. But God, I was young. Anyway, compared to now. So we went. It was Christmas Day? No, New Year's. It was New Year's. And so as a tradition on New Year's, we would go and see a movie. We started that tradition for a while. We'd go see a movie on New Year's Eve during the day, right? So we went. It was a blizzard in Chicago, and we were like one of the few people on the road, but we made it to the show, and we got in the show, and there's hardly anybody there. So we all paid to go watch a movie, and then my mom was the culprit. She was the instigator. She's like, let's go sneak into another show. Nobody will know. And so we all went. It was my brother, his wife, me, my mom, my dad, and my 2 kids. And so we all followed her. We found another. It was at that time they would put the I noticed they don't put the time. They don't put something on the screens now, so you couldn't do this. But you know, the little indicators outside the theaters, they don't always tell you what the movie is and the time. But they did then, and so we just found a movie that was starting, and we went in. And then before the movie started, my brother left, and then he came back. And later we found out he's so honest that he couldn't do it. So he went out and paid for him and his wife's tickets for the show because he couldn't. He's like, it's stealing. I can't do it. I'm like, well, Mom made us. So anyway, yes. So I am guilty of that. I'm so sorry. I forget the name of the theater. I would apologize. But anyway, yeah. So he's not going to let them, do stuff that he doesn't feel is right in his moral code. So I think they'd enjoy it. Yeah, I really do. I'm gonna hate it, but I think they will. I think it's the best for them. If I had that opportunity to go near the ocean during my last days, bye everybody. That is my dream. So I wish I could do my dream now, but I just love the ocean. It is just such a calming, I don't know, centering kind of thing for me. I don't know. It's just great for my psyche. So I love that. But anyway, so that's that story. I'm almost at work now again. So in case I forget or I have to shut you off faster, thank you so much for being my passenger on this drive. It feels like 5 minutes I've been driving. You haven't been on this whole time, but it took me today an hour to get to work. It's a little longer again. Can't wait for summer break from school when people aren't everybody's not driving anymore, and my commute will be nicer for a while. That'll be cool.
In 1,000
yeah,
feet, turn
so
left.
I know how to get to work. So anyway, I'm gonna need my phone because it's got an app on there that opens the garage gate when I go to park. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to post this today. Today is Thursday, and then I have a Temu video I need to edit, so hopefully I can, no more drama, and I can take care of that tonight after work and maybe get that up tomorrow. That'd be cool. And then yeah, we'll go from there. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you would, the little thumbs up. Hey, everybody says even the thumbs down helps if that's how you feel, but it just kind of helps YouTube know that there's actual humans and not like, you know, artificial intelligence bots watching our videos. So please, if you would, click that. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Hit that little subscribe button if you so desire, if you enjoy my content. And I do have different kinds of content, but and I try and stay upbeat, but sometimes I just tell you my traumas, or my dramas. So yeah, thanks everybody for all your prayers for Bella. Yeah, we'll just keep seeing how that goes. I know I'm gonna lose her within the next year or so, but hopefully it's a little longer than right away. As you can tell, I'm in the parking garage, so I gotta open the little gate that lets me into the parking part, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks a lot for being here with me. Have a happy Thursday. Hopefully I get this out today. Bye guys.